What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Maisha, and I'm the creatress of Reviving Venus, where we talk all things around the planet Venus. So that's love, truth, justice, sex, money. I might dive into a number of these different topics as it relates to our development and, upliftment as human beings, right? I want to talk very briefly, and I only got like a few minutes on the clock to make this video, but I want to talk very briefly about one of the importance of learning to love yourself as a Black woman, really learning to start a self-love journey, okay? And the earlier that you start this shit, y'all, the better, right? It's never too late to learn how to love yourself, but certainly if we wait till we 60 to learn to dive into lessons that we avoided when we were 20, 30, and even in our 40s and 50s, whatever, right? It becomes difficult, right? Because we know that the longer we put off shit, the more that we amplify the spirit and the energy of procrastination. And when we amplify that spirit of procrastination, we also amplify becoming stagnant and stuck in our ways. So again, y'all, if you are a young woman that's watching this video, 17, 18, 19, 20, it's really important to begin this journey as early as you can, okay? Learning to love yourself. Because one of the things that I feel like I've learned, this is the sort of bigger message, and I'm gonna break this down into smaller messages. One of the benefits of learning how to love myself, y'all, are beginning this journey. And this is not to be confused with perfection or that I'm just like, I have all the answers. I certainly don't. There are times where I could love myself more. However, I would say committing to this journey or being on this journey has taught me that when a Black woman, or anybody for that matter, but I'm going to talk about this specifically from the context of a Black woman, when you learn how to love yourself as a Black woman, the love that you give to yourself is not only for you, but it benefits everybody around you. When I am not loving myself, it shows up in the way that I show up at work. It shows up in the way that I show up in mothering. It shows the way that I show up in friendship. It shows the way that I show up with myself. Okay. I'm a better teacher. I'm a better spiritualist. I'm a better mother. I'm a better all the things when I invest into myself. And I think one of the things that loving yourself as a Black woman does is when I talk about loving ourselves, I'm really talking about specifically for Black women, a decolonization process, right? When I talk about self-love, I'm not talking about just going and sitting in the bath and lighting candles, while certainly that can be a part of the self-love journey. The self-love process is also really rooted in you being able to relocate yourself as a Black woman psychologically and culturally, right? So this absolutely means that we have to learn to look at the ways that we've been socialized, look at the ways that we've been conditioned, look at the generational patterns that have contributed to harm and abuse and toxicity within our families, right? What kind of mother do you come from? What kind of mother did she come from? How did these women show up? And what are some of the things you want to take from them and continue to perpetuate? And what are some of the things that you want to go, side eye, I want to shift that, and I don't want to carry that into my life any further or into the life of my child or children, okay? And this is why I say Black women and mothers, especially, learning to love yourself is so important, because it does impact our children. It does. Let me say this, y'all. When your children watch you be tolerant of bullshit, when your children watch you not respect yourself, when your children watch you not stand on business, when your children watch you crash out, and just be embarrassing yourself in relationships, in friendships, in whatever, it has a direct impact on what they learn, right? And a possibility is that they resent you, or they start to embody some of those same characteristics. So when a Black woman loves herself and she commits to a journey of saying, listen, I am not here for bullshit. I'm not tolerating disrespect. I'm not going to put up with anything just so I can say I got a husband. I'm not going to put up with anything just so that I can say that my child's or children's father is in the home. Absolutely not. Because studies show that children are more prone for success when their mothers are happy. When a mother is truly happy, when a mother truly is being adorned and loving herself, whether that is loving herself or being loved by a partner, wherever that love is coming from, when children witness the joy of their mother, they're more prone to enter a pathway for success. When your children watch you cheapen yourself, deplete yourself, disrespect yourself, they're more prone to perpetuate those same behaviors in their lives. So the self-love journey for the Black woman, and especially the Black woman who is in a mothering role, whether that even be an auntie, where you're direct up close and front and personal with children that are not even your own. It could be, just a number of different things. Excuse me, y'all. It's just all kind of beeping going off, and I'm just like, child. Anywho. So it's just important, y'all, that we understand that, right? Because I can tell the difference. Let me say this, y'all. And one of the things that I learned in dating too, you can also, when you're dealing with someone, you can also tell if they were raised by a woman who loved herself. Okay? You know what I'm saying? People can tell when we are raised by women who love themselves or didn't. And it shows up in the way that they deal with you. It shows up in the way that they treat you. It shows up in the things that they expect for you to tolerate. And so this is especially true in relationships with, or not especially true, but this is true in my personal experience. When men have watched their mothers deplete their energy, when they have watched them not stand up for themselves, not respect themselves, not leave shit that needs to be left, men will do maybe one of a few things. They may decide, I never want to treat a woman the way that I watch my mother be treated, or they will also expect for you to accept the bare minimum. And so a lot of times what happens is, in these situations where we've witnessed our mothers accept the bare minimum, right? It becomes a situation where this man expects for his partner to do the same. And if you don't want to accept the bare minimum, he'll think that you're demanding too much, you're asking too much, because he's not accustomed to watching women around him take up space and say, absolutely the fuck not, more. I said, no. This is unacceptable. And so things that are actually basic, things that are actually just like foundational to securing a relationship is healthy, he'll see it as too much. And it's because he hasn't seen a person in his mother's life model that no, this is actually foundational to healthy relationships. So it's just, I want to say, y'all, it's just so important. And this is no judgment, right? Because learning to decolonize, that means looking at anti-Blackness, looking at patriarchy, looking at misogynoir, looking at, I love the way I just said that, misogynoir. I don't know what ancestor just came out of me and did that. But looking at just, fat phobia, colorism, all of the things that make us as Black women feel devalued and worthless, examining that, making peace with those things, healing through those things, it's a lifelong journey. And again, I'm not saying I'm a self-love guru. I certainly don't have all the answers. Girl, just last year, I probably wasn't loving myself in the way that I needed to be. But I fundamentally understand that when we commit to this journey and decide to be on it, even when we stumble along the way, it makes a difference. And it's not just for you. It also impacts your lineage and what the expectations become, right? What tone you set, not only for yourself, but for people around you, for your children. What you don't, you know what I'm saying? What you model becomes the example. And if you model bullshit, that's what our family, our friends, they replicate that. And so I strive to be someone who is inspiring to people to say, no, we have a right to demand. And when I say demand, I don't mean force. We have a right to say that this is not enough, and to respectfully remove ourselves from situations that are just not giving and feeding us in the way that we deserve to be fed, right? Like, I'm hungry. I need a little bit more food, right? And if you know you got a huge appetite for love, if you know you have a huge appetite for joy, it's going to be really important for you to align yourself with situations, experiences that also feed you in that way, okay? So I just wanted to make this very quick little brief video, y'all. Until next time, peace.